Speak not for myself, but for those without a voice, those who have fought for the rights to live in peace, the right to be treated with dignity, the right to equality of opportunity, the right to be educated. Malala Yousafzai, a Pakistani woman. Many people in the world think that racism never existed, or it is something that was common many years ago, but it still exists today. It happens in everyday life activities like sports events, the workplace, and social events. The viewpoints of Black and white people are on total opposite sides of the world. Today, I want to inform everyone about the viewpoints of Black and white people on the topic of racial inequality in the U.S., providing some polls, surveys, and graphs on the different questions dealing with the topic. So for my first graph, it just talks about how Blacks and whites feel differently about how our economy is changing on how making Blacks have equality for things like education, dealing with the police, mortgage, workplace, and customer service and elections. And so 43% of Blacks believe that our country will not make the changes. 40% of whites believe we will make the changes. 8% of Blacks believe that we already have, and 38% of whites believe that we already have. And they also say on here how that 40%, or not 40%, but 38% believe, and then 8% is there, and the 43%, and then the 11%. So for this next graph, this just talks about how the difference between how whites feel, the percent saying that Blacks are treated less fairly than whites in our country. And so you can see the very different ratios of how they feel about the mortgage loans, in the courts, dealing with the police, the workplace, in restaurants, customer service, and voting elections. And then in this one, it talks about like education, lack of jobs, lack of motivation. Blacks kind of give up trying to work hard because they feel like they don't have the opportunity in the first place. And then I found it very significant about how they feel closely about family stability, because I didn't expect them to agree on that. And then the lack of good role models, which they also agreed on, which I didn't expect them to. The next slide is about the mortgage, or the household income. As you see, for the highest household incomes, there's a $28,000 difference, which can lead to trying to pay for last minute bills or overdue bills or anything like that, which is why Blacks struggle so much in that area. And then for whites, for their lower percentage, there's like, it's about 10% of whites who really have to deal with that area. This next slide is how about whites feel that Obama didn't change much in progress of dealing with this topic, and then Blacks strongly felt that he did address it just for the simple fact of becoming president. 5% of Blacks say it worsened, and 32% of whites say it worsened. Blacks think 51% of Blacks think, and then for a total of all Black and white people, and they counted Hispanics in this total for all adults, it was 34%. So for the only topic that I was able to find that Black and white people and Hispanics were all able to agree on is that racial inequality is more of a individual problem rather than an institutionalized, so it's not taught at school or in the law force or anything like that. It's more taught at home or from family or your peers or your peers. So, in conclusion, Blacks and whites don't agree on anything when it comes to social inequality. Only the time will tell if the issue will be fixed or can be solved. But through all the experiences everyone has, we're all still human and we all still have obstacles. The U.S. won't improve on racial inequality, as Will Rogers says. We'll never have true civilization until we have learned to recognize the rights of others. Thank you.